What's up, family? This is your man, not your boy. Go Black to Africa. Peace and blessings to each and every one of you all as you all come in. I am thankful to be here another day with you all. So I want to go ahead and get into this right here. You know, they told us this is the seasons of giving. This is the naughty or nice. You get your Christmas presents and all these different European concepts. But I wanted to do something uh, before we get all caught up into this European pagan religion, if you will. And maybe I can educate some of the people out here who are actually out here practicing and don't even know where did Christmas come from and all that right there. We can get a little piece of it. But I want to really stay on focus of the four European spirits that are here that are actually crippling Africa. I'm gonna do a video. I walked around and I'm just showing four things that are really crippling Africa, Africans, in their mindset, all European based, that has a significant impact on the minds and the spirits of our people. And when you see the videos, you might even be shocked. Hold back your tears. Let me stop. But I want you all to really think about this. In 1885, we know that there was the Berlin Conference, but we know years before then, probably, I think it was in early 1800s is when the Europeans really started to come into Africa and they were warring against themselves. They were fighting for land and all that right there. And then eventually in 1885, they said, they got tired of fighting and killing each other. They're like, look, let's just come up and just carve this joker up and let's just go and y'all take a portion, you take a portion, which was 7 countries. But in that, they knew coming to colonize people aren't just to come take over the land. You must get people to subscribe to who you are, what you're about, your spirituality, the way you do things. They want you to think like them, act like them, and always look up to them. This ain't me saying this. This is Jim Crow laws. These are laws and things these are strategic planning put in place. You just don't go and just take over a country and colonize it. You better have a plan. I mean, it's like, if you're going to go try to take somebody's house over, you better have a plan, how to lay out of the house, who is in the house, what type of person, because if not, you get shot and killed. Does the people own a gun? Do they got an alarm system? A dog? So these are the things when they sent in missionaries. These were the spies. These were the agents. These were the ops that came into Africa. But there was a ruling party of countries who decided to come together and take over Africa. Not just over Africa. It was India, China, South America, North America, Canada, all of these places, Mexico, the Caribbeans, all of those the whole world. It was a ploy, a plot, a scheme to do such a thing. And what I'm saying is it still reigns supreme today, and the freaking people in Africa don't even realize it. But that's okay. That's why you got brothers and sisters like myself and others that are out here trying to wake up people up and saying, like, hold up. Do you not know these images, these things that have been before your eyes, keep you crippled mentally, spiritually, monetarily, governmentally? It keeps you crippled. And as long as people don't see themselves as being above, they don't see themselves as being great within themselves, if they don't see, that the creator who created us first, if you don't even take any sense of connection with that, and you think everything was put by the Europeans, you're lost. Now, let me say this right here, because I got to put a disclaimer out here for those who are new to my channel and stuff like that. I don't hate anybody. I can't hate anybody when I understand people. I understand culture. I understand how they do business. So I don't hate. Not at all. I understand. And that is the thing where we got to get to a point of understanding. Not if you agree or disagree, that's bull crap. Agreeing and disagreeing is a trap. Once you understand somebody, then you know what you're dealing with. Once you know you're dealing with, you have equipped yourself with the power to be able to recognize the tricks, the schemes, the scams. When you understand people, I understand when I come into Africa, even the Africans, when they hear me speak a different language, ding, 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 money, 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 money. That's the first thought. Bam, money. If I don't understand that, I'm gonna walk around like, oh my gosh, they're so poor, and oh, this person's coming up to me saying, oh, they're hungry, and doggone well, if you was watching and looking and get to know and sit down and talk to people, they ain't hungry. They just want some of that money. Oh yeah, compared to the living of how America is, no doubt, they have less money. But they're rich in a whole lot of different ways that we are not coming from America. And this is what we got to understand. So I don't want to hold y'all too long because my internet's doing pretty good. I want to get into this videos here, and there's a couple of them. I got to take down the volume out of it, so I'll talk over it. You'll see me talking. But I want y'all just to pay attention to the things that exist, okay? Open up your spirits, especially for you all who are in the Christmas spirit. While you drink your eggnog with a little whiskey, spirits, because it's not what they call alcohol, spirits. It takes you to a different place to where you feel like you are full of joy. Drink, be merry, ha ha, and you get all twisted. And you sometimes get yourself in trouble. So let's get in this right here. Let me share this right here. And make sure we got some sound. We have to. Okay, hold 1 second here. Just doing the test. Let's see. Do we got sound on this? Can y'all see it? Okay, great. Cool. We got it. All right. So let me start with this right here.
To be aware. Your leaders have to be woke to understand.
I don't want to be there yet. Now look at this right here. This right here is at a place. This guy's doing construction. And this is inside his, where my other picture go? My other picture, let me see something. Because I want to show also, this is inside a construction. This guy here, I had an opportunity to talk to. And in talking with him, he's got these white Jesus all over the place. He's got, on his cars. So I'm like, I walked inside here and I was like, is this apartment buildings, whatever? And then the security said, no, let me let you talk to the owner. So he came out, he's a Ghanaian. And I'm like, brother, what is up with white Jesus? What is the deal with this? And he was like, first and foremost, he's Catholic. So we know he lost already. To y'all who are Catholic, no offense. Y'all gotta, if y'all just do research on the Catholics, there's no way you could be a Catholic if you knew what the daggone things they've done to a people. I sat here for like 20 minutes talking to this guy. He's going back and forth and he's justifying why this white Jesus is not necessarily what you should be focused on. It's about Jesus come to save. And I told him, I said, brother, images mean everything. And images are nothing more than imaginations. That's what an image means. It seals to your imagination. Once it's in you, it's hard to get out of you. And for you to be, it's searing in, branding in images of this white Jesus into the African mindsets. You're doing nothing but creating stumbling blocks for people. This white Jesus is everywhere. And it's all because of the colonizer came in only to imprint the image of them being the savior. Why? How could you get a people to submit to you, not really come up against you, if you have them believe that God is white? Jesus is white. Because you do harm to them, in your mindset, you thinking God gonna punish me. This is the ignorance that we have. So this man here, he goes on and on and on. And he gives me this example. He says, when I was a little child, I ate from the table of my father. Now, he trying to be like, act like he wise and all that right there. Like he speaking parables to me. I said, I get that, bro. I understand what you're saying. Your dad was a Catholic. He followed the same image and you ate off of what he ate off. And now you see that you thinking that it's prospering you. And this right here comes to the matter of the case. He sits here and he tells me he has had this image for many of years and it has done him well. He is a successful man. He is a construction developer. He has built business for Ghana, and Ghana, he's contracts with the government and they have come in seeking him and utilizing his expertise, and God has blessed him 100-fold for sharing the gospel of Jesus Christ. So I give him scriptures. Now, he don't want to hear it because we are stiff-necked people. And I really can't fault him when he thinks that God blesses him with stuff. I'm going somewhere with y'all on that one. God don't bless you with stuff. You know, I've said this before, and many people want to disagree with me. Go ahead and disagree. It's okay, you disagree with me. But understand, like I said, if you can get to a place of understanding, then you will see the fruits of the Spirit: goodness, gentleness, faith, joy, love, patience. What am I missing? I'm missing one. Kindness or something like that. These are fruits that are giving you. You know, I keep telling people, look, if you really want to get out of a hole that you're in, you pray to the Lord for spiritual things. Once you receive the spiritual things, all those other things that are nonsense are just going to open up to you. You know, you can work and get degrees and all that right there, and you can get that worldly type of things and find yourself to have riches, but that adds nothing to you. You know how many rich people I know committed suicide, turned to drugs, they go through divorces and everything else like everybody else. So what sets them apart? Well, the world gave them money for it, what is the trade or the work that they do. But for us, it's a little different. You see, when we go through challenges, if we have the Spirit of the Most High, there is a difference how we can continue on in life and not fall off. But this guy thinks all because of he's getting contracts, which I said, oh yeah, and they're paying you money too. Oh, I haven't received 1 cent. Bull crap. You are a liar and the devil is in you. Don't nothing shake unless there's money in Africa. You ain't doing nothing for free. Oh no, I get paid by the what I build and all that right there. Oh yeah, and you get other things too. There's one thing I can't stand is those who just sit there and act like you're stupid. So he attributes his success by posting and broadcasting this images throughout wherever he goes. It's on his cars, all his cars, and on his buildings. I said, brother, what do you think So I go on further conversations and stuff like that. But there again, family, this is the so-called indoctrination. This right here is nothing more than what those evil people who came into or came around the world. You see these statues erected of this Jesus, supposed Jesus, all around the world. The Catholics have done a horrific job in putting these statues and images everywhere in these countries. And I'm telling you, I've never seen any worse place than where I see the residues of Catholic and their cathedrals are. The most poor-stricken countries I have gone to where Catholics are. And that's not banging on y'all Catholics. That is telling the truth. I've been around the world. You haven't. I know. Let's move on. This is the first image of a European spirit that cripples Africa and our people around the globe. All right, now I have to turn the volume down here. Santa Claus is the #2 crippling agent by Europeans who have come into Africa to stifle, to hypnotize, mesmerize a people. Scripturally, it talks about the Christmas tree. And there are those who don't even want to listen when I even give them the scripture. Some of these Christian so-called people out here, they don't even want to hear it. It is so rooted in deeply, family, that people are not willing to even listen. That this image of this white man flying around the world, they got the apps you could follow. Oh, he is in now, boys and girls, coming into the country of such and such. He's about to land in your area. And the silly black folks who actually follows this pagan religion, this silly stupidity, would have your own children thinking that the hard work that you've done to even collect money to go buy them gifts, you give the credit to a white Santa. Now, the sad part about it is that even the disguise of the word Santa, if you even flipped a couple of words, it means Satan. And if you know the history of this so-called Santa, thank you for the research and all that going out there to Bishop Nathaniel and all them, you're going to find even that the Saint Nicholas actually had an elf who was a slave, who he was black, and he was the so-called slave of Santa, who was the one who distributed the gifts to the boys and girls. And if you was naughty and you weren't nice, this black elf will attack you. This is what they told their children. Ridiculous. Do the research. That's the #2 decapitating strategic warfare that Europeans have brought into Africa. Let me go to, I don't want to even go to this one next. I want to go to this one first and then do this other one last. Here is in the grocery stores of all of the African grocery stores I've been into when it was during this time of year. I've been to 33 African countries. I cannot say that, and it's every last one of them, but I can bet, because South Africa are the ones I was told, because I talked to the manager, he didn't want to be on film, that sends all of these white baby dolls from South Africa. You know, The ones that where 5% of the white people owns the entire country. In the South Africa, some of the South Africans, can't say all, just love how things are, and they can't even see how oppressed they really are. They're so focused on, we got jobs. South Africa, some of them, they get on my back, boy, when I say this, because they think I'm stirring up trouble when I'm trying to stir the spirit up. But when you look at this and you see the majority of these dolls are white, they throw in a one or two of the blacks, baby dolls, but you find all of these white baby dolls in Africa. This is sad. Your little baby girls that you buy the baby dolls for, you're teaching them to be nothing more than a nanny. She's going to nurse a white baby. She's going to have her mind impregnated with the image of all she's good for is to be a mama, a nanny for a little white person's baby. You see some of them walking around too, the Africans pushing some of these white children in their little baby carriages. Now, I'm not going to fault them. They're trying to get work and jobs. But all I'm saying is that, God doggone it, you African, why would you buy your child an African doll? Let me back up here because they started the aisle up. I talked to these managers last year when I was here in Ghana. And they start off just these little line of doll babies. And then you see the majority of them that are Europeans. What kind of message do you send to your children that you don't even know? The subliminal message. You don't even know how in the world this has an effect on your child. Some of y'all who've watched my other video, I had talked to 2 pregnant women. One of them's got a daughter already born, and she said she's bought her white baby dolls. And when I broke it down to her, I really had her thinking. She didn't ever even consider. And I told her, do the black white baby doll test. And I explained to her, this was a test done years ago. And even to this day, they still do those tests. And it is amazing that little black children still think of themselves as ugly and dumb. And they always point to the white child as being the smart, the brilliant one, the beautiful one. This is nothing more than what was planned.
KFC.
Now, listen to this right here.
KFC. Another subliminal message, mind bender, that will trap your people into thinking that white people reign supreme. You think about it. Why is it that this KFC is higher than all the other billboards, all the other signs?
Let me say this right here. KFC, I'm about to say it in this video. KFC is everywhere. They reign Trump over McDonald's. I just wonder, why haven't McDonald's stepped foot over in Africa? I've only been to 2 countries, I think, that had a McDonald's. Egypt, and I think Morocco, in the Arab nations.
It's just nothing but a ploy, a plot, a scheme to always keep your people submissive. You know, you think I'm far-fetching it. You think I'm stretching the truth. But you got to realize that there has been a strategic plan to keep a people down. You know, I've been to 33 African countries, and KFC is the #1 American franchise that exists beyond McDonald's in Africa. Now, I'm saying that we have to be aware. Your leaders have to be woke to understand what the so-called colonizers have done to your country. They're fighting as you begin to tear down the Jesuses, when you begin to tear down the white Santa Clauses, when you begin to tear down these idols and these images. They have to have a foothold. They have to have a stronghold on your mindset to keep you always submissive. Now, many of y'all think that this is not by chance or coincidence or accident, but I'm saying that This right here was all planned. Yes, KFC, finger licking good. For what reason? To get their fingers on your gold or your silver or your cobalt or your minerals. It's all just a plan, a plot, a scheme to keep your people down. When is Africa going to wake up? When is Africa going to rise up? Do their own KFC, if you will. Do their own type of businesses and manufacturing. When are we going to wake up and realize that we don't have to submit to a European concept? We don't have to continue to praise and worship them. Those days are over with. The colonization minds must be lost. We must rise up. We must show the spirit of Africa. Have pride in what we are. Yes, I know I said pride, but I'm talking about a pride that God has given us to be the melanated people of the world, to be the innovators, to be the ones who come up with solutions, the ones who can end wars, the ones who can teach rightfully the spiritual aspects of life, the righteous way of walking, the right way of doing business. But no, we're always following them. The day shall come when we shall stand up and we shall rise.
So, those are the four things, family. Those are the four things that are crippling. And they're all targeting even the youth. Santa Claus, Jesus, KFC, as well as baby dolls. And like I said, it's awfully funny that out of any American franchise, there ain't no other American franchises that really exist in Africa but KFC, with the white face standing there as a constant reminder that they reign supreme. Well, family, this is your man, not your boy, bringing you another gold nugget that you can either pick up or you can just kick it aside. I'm out. And, continue to watch some of the videos I'm going to post up here because, add to your puzzle those pieces that I'm dropping, those gold nuggets that I'm dropping, because I'm telling you, it will unravel your mind. It will unravel a lot of stinking thinking, a lot of ways we've been indoctrinated into systems in order to free you. The more layers you take off, the more freer you become. When you strip away the BS from the way they've taught you, brought you up into believing, you'll become a whole lot more freer. I'm out.